Thank you for staying with us. This week, the Court of Appeal in Abuja affirmed Martin Amaewhule as the recognized Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. A three-member panel of the appellate court in a unanimous judgment dismissed the appeal filed by the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, stating that it lacked merit. It held that Fubara's decision to present the 2024 Rivers State Appropriation Bill to only 4 out of 31 members of the Assembly was a gross violation of the 1999 Constitution. Moreover, the court noted that Fubara's withdrawal of the counter-affidavit he had initially filed to challenge a suit by the Amaewhule-led lawmakers who sought recognition as valid members of the Assembly signified that he accepted their claims. I still have with me Chino Obiago, SAN, is a lawyer, joining us via Zoom, and of course Ibrahim Garba, communications consultant. Chino Obiago, very quickly, let's get your verdict on this. Now, the Court of Appeal affirming Martin Amaewhule as a recognized Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, could this be seen as a silver lining to the faction loyal to the former governor?
In my opinion, I don't think so. If you look at what the court said, the court simply said that the appeal lacked merit because the Fubara, the Rivers State government withdrew the counter-affidavit. In other words, they withdrew the papers they filed. They didn't challenge the suit. And the suit challenging the constitutionality of the budget presented to 4 members of the House of Assembly out of 30. And the court said that withdrawal means you accepted the claims, and therefore you cannot come to appeal to cry foul when you had the opportunity of doing so, challenging the suit at the statutory trial, you didn't. So that was the reason of the court. But that is not the end of the matter. Remember that the law is set that if any member of the parliament defects to another political party, when there is no division in his party that elected him, he has automatically lost his seat. So that point is still pending, that all the legislators, pro-weekend legislators that moved from PDP to APC, when there was no division in APC, and when in PDP, and PDP did not expel them, they stand the chance of having the same fate as what happened to legislators in Plateau State. So I think there may be a civil lining for the moment with respect to 2024 budget, but the proceedings about the legality of their continued stay in the House of Assembly after defection is still pending.
Right now, the Rivers State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Joseph Johnson, criticized the judgment, saying it didn't make Amaewhule a member of the House of Assembly. It merely said, go and present the budget. Now, do you think this particular verdict, from his point of view, signifies that if they decide to go and seek a redress at the Supreme Court, they might get something out of it?
The credit of the law is huge because what will come before the Supreme Court is the appeal against what the trial court decided. So if whether or not the then speaker still had his seat, and the 23 others, whether they had his seat, it was before the trial court, then of course you can go to the Supreme Court. But they cannot go to the Supreme Court and bring completely new issue. So I think if they want to challenge whether or not the pro-weekend legislators still retain their seats, they have to go to the High Court and start all over. I'm not sure this is a matter they can take into Supreme Court when the issue before the trial court in February was about the constitutionality of the budget presented to 4 members. So they cannot import new issues at the Supreme Court, and that is the position of the law.
Okay.
But once they go back to trial court and try to see whether the defected legislators still retain their seats, it's very likely that the court will say, no, they have lost their seat because of the defection.
All right, Ibrahim Garba, quickly, according to the courts, Fubara's decision to present the 2024 Rivers State Appropriation Bill to only 4 out of 31 members of the Assembly was a gross violation of the 1999 Constitution. Now, while they adhere to the Supreme Court, would some of these issues stand against them while seeking victory?
Well, anyway, I'm not a lawyer or a legal practitioner, but from my perspective, what I see playing out here is the fact that, two people are flexing their muscles between Wike and Fubara. But at the end of the day, when it becomes clearer that Fubara may have a problem working with the State House of Assembly, the only alternative available is for him to head to Supreme Court. And of course, going to the Supreme Court like we have now, with due respect to the new CGN, I believe at the end of the day, the Supreme Court will be in the better position, to explain or rather determine the status of this case. As it is now, as it stands now, the people of Rivers State, they are feeling, rather they are not, things are not going too well with the people, and it's affecting the good governance which they expect from Governor Fubara. I think he's going through a lot, but from what we heard from the background, there are some stakeholders going behind the scene to ensure that Wike and Fubara are called to order so that these issues can be resolved once and for all. And I believe, Fubara is ready to, sit down on dialogue table with Wike so that these issues can be put to rest.
All right, thank you very much. Well, let's ride on to our next story.